we think of going fast, we think of crazy contraptions built with one purpose in mind: speed. Now, I have been totally fascinated in going as fast as humanly possible. So I thought, well, it's about time I put my money where my mouth is. And that's why I've arrived here, just outside London, at Hillingdon Cycle Circuit. When UCI rules and regulations are completely out the window, but what am I capable of in a human-powered race? Oh, I can't feel my feet. Now, it has to be said, I am very, very new to races like this. This is totally out my comfort zone, but it's not my first time on a recumbent. A few years ago, I started riding a recumbent and I was taught to smile, and I had a few crashes, but I think it went okay. And then I took on a killer climb in a recumbent, and let's just say that was a lot harder than I expected. And now I'm here in a professional race, and I'm bricking it. Now, to bring you up to speed with what human-powered racing is all about, here are some quick facts. A human-powered vehicle, in the broad sense of the term, can be anything from ice skates to pedal-powered airships. But we're talking about here is human-powered vehicles like these. What are the rules? It must be entirely human-powered. You must have sufficient brakes. You have to cover all your sharp edges on your vehicle, hence why I've got a guard on my front chainring here. The last thing you want is someone getting speared with a chainring.
There are a total of 4 races today, with 2 different classes. Each race is 30 minutes long. Once the clock hits 30 minutes, the leader passes, and then it's the bell for the last lap. Each bike has a timing chip to work out the final standings.
Now, as I said before, I am a complete novice when it comes to human-powered racing, but I thought I'd get in touch with my old Recumbent DS. I'm just hoping he's not going to tell me to smile again. Here he is. Barney, long time no see. How you been?
Wonderful, Hank, and it's great to see you back here, taking the challenge and doing some racing with us.
From beginner to racing?
Yeah, we'll have you racing in no time at all. We've got you a wonderful craft, full carbon Velocraft No-Com. It's called the No-Com because it was built with no compromises to anything other than aerodynamics. This bike here, absolutely superb piece of kit, what we all aspire to ride. This is the low racer for you.
Okay, as we know, I kind of struggled on the old two-wheeler, so I'm hoping I'm going to be able to get through a whole race.
We'll get you through that. We
Fingers
know we
crossed.
can.
Right, about time I get back on it, hey?
Time to go.
Here we go. So here it goes, my first ever human-powered race. I'm racing what's known as the slow race, so it's not these fully aerodynamically optimized machines. I'm very nervous, but luckily I've got Ross to help me start. The hardest thing's clipping in, so luckily I can do that and get a push off, but my biggest worry is crashing. I just hope I survive. Here it goes. Oh!
Easy, mate. Easy, man.
3, 2, 1, go!
Right, here it goes. Push off. Don't crash into people.
After a shaky start, I got a little bit more confident, pushing up the field and finding myself battling out for the lead. Whilst I battled to stay upright, let's get an insight into why people love this wacky yet wonderful form of racing.
So I'm Russ. I ride a mix of gravel bike, TT bikes and recumbent bikes. I've been riding recumbents for about 10 years now. I race no-com, which is what Hank's been borrowing today. And I primarily got into that from watching Battle Mountain, the race in Nevada, the land speed record events in Nevada. And then I've been racing with British Human Power Club for 10 years.
I'm John. I've been riding road bikes for about 35 years, but about 5 years ago I got into recumbent riding, mainly because my wrist, my arse, my back all said no to that position, especially time trialling. And so I looked around for alternatives, and the first thing I got into was a recumbent trike, which is like this but without the fairing on. And that wasn't quick enough, so I started to get into fully faired machines. And this one is a dedicated track racing machine. It's Australian, it's made by Tri-Sled, it's called an Aquila 3. It's got no suspension, like anything that goes around the track, it makes it a lot quicker.
So the main things I like about recumbent racing are, well, primarily the speed. The main reason I got into it was I love the fact that someone in a shed can build something that's faster than the fastest available road bike at the moment. There's plenty of people here today who are averaging well over 30 mile an hour on the course. You know, you can spend 10, 12 grand on a road bike and be nowhere near to that. The nearest comparable thing that I do is time trials. I'm not the fastest time trial rider. I'm 22 minutes for a 10, something like that, but I'm equivalent speed on a no-com. I could definitely get faster with wind tunnel testing. We've had the no-com in the Boardman wind tunnel, which gave a CDA of 0.147, which we know is the best of time trial bikes at the moment. These things can go really fast.
There's lots of good things about recumbent racing. The first one is they're a lot more comfortable to ride. I mean, this one's also got a roll cage as well, so if you go completely crackers on a corner and roll it, you're still safe. But the biggest thing, it's just fantastic fun. It's like playing a video game because you're laid back there with the controls in your hands, and it's incredible fun.
Right, let's get back to racing. I've taken the lead, but have I made my move too early?
First race done, I enjoyed it. Didn't really know what to make at the start, but followed Barney, my DS's wheel, through the bunch, and then I made my move with about 7 minutes in, which I think was a bit too far out, but it was good fun. I enjoyed it. It's given me the love of racing back. Barney, that was good fun. I loved that.
Brilliant. We could see you smiling all the way, Hank. That showed true racer. Yeah. You enjoyed that. We know that. I can see.
Around the corners.
And everybody watching it, we knew you were enjoying it. The people on the track saw you enjoying it. Brilliant. You're going to you've come top of the first race, slow fleet.
Yeah.
That'll move you up probably to about a quarter of the way up into the fast fleet.
Okay, cool.
Brilliant. Now what we need to do is get you into a really fast machine, give you a really good chance. And on this, it's not guts and glory because there's going to be a lot of you in the same speed.
Right, Barney, first race done. What am I doing now?
This is the Quattro Velo, four-wheel velomobile. Velo Ads have lent us this for you for the day. So very similar up front to what you've used before. At the rear, it's a little bit different in that it has two wheels. Lovely big cargo space. John's child even gets to travel in this one, but not today. Lovely little carbon fibre seat.
So Barney, now I'm in a fully faired velomobile. How do you reckon I'm going to fare in the fast race?
Going to improve fabulously against the first race. Unfortunately, you're not in the fastest of the velomobiles, and there's even people on two-wheel fully faireds here, but I reckon you'll have a cracking race. You'll do yourself proud.
I'm looking forward to it. Hood down.
Hood down.
Right.
Velcro you in.
Velcro me in. Here goes, team. Fast race. Here I come.
3, 2,
the Velomobile was rapid, and I soon got dragged into a chase with the faster three-wheelers. With such an array of different machines on the track, it was hard to stay out of everyone's way. Safe to say, I made a few enemies. This was a totally different class of racing. Putting in everything I had, I was still getting lapped by Slash in his two-wheeler. Yeah, not the greatest feeling.
I nearly died a death. Oh, I can't feel my feet.
So Hank, how was that?
That was painful, that. That was truly like being in a coffin. I was very
A sweaty one.
I was very close to death.
Have
But
to try harder next time.
yeah, the other guys were just passing me and I just couldn't keep up.
With some difficulty, I managed to crawl out of the Quattro Velo, so that marks the end of my recumbent races. And now, I'm shattered.
I literally have had the best day here with the British Human Power Club here, just outside London. I hope you've enjoyed the video as much as I've loved racing it. I did well in the first race and not so well in the second, which means, well, I can come back for more. If you enjoyed that video, then give it a big thumbs up. But next time, I reckon I should have a go at one of them.